Okay, ladies, thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. And I have an amazing guest for you today. You may know her, you may not know her, but after today, you're going to totally be in love with her. Now, so Pauliana, my favorite guest today, she is a mother of two teenagers and a litigation attorney and an advocate and just basically a great human being trying to figure it all out one day at a time with one decision at a time. She's going to share so much more of us on this podcast. And I just want to introduce you all, Pauliana Lara. Welcome to the show today, Pauliana.
Thank you so much, Leighanne. I'm just absolutely thrilled to be here and really looking forward to connecting with your audience.
Thank you so much for coming. And you've just got such a huge background. There's so much that we can talk about, but we've only got a short amount of time today. So we'll just maybe have to come back another time. I wanted to really kind of speak to you about, because I know you've got so much that you're committed to in your life. I wanted to speak to you today about how can we really speak confidence into the side hustle lifestyle, which has become even more apparent during this lockdown time.
Sure. And the funny thing is, I was on a quick walk this morning, and I'm in Los Angeles, and we're still struggling tremendously with COVID, and there's a spike, and there's so much uncertainty. And I was walking and thinking, this lockdown has really forced people to reevaluate what matters, how short life really is, and what is the best way for people to use their time. And we keep using the word side hustle, but I am talking to women, I'm seeing movements, I'm hearing about things that are happening, that the side hustle is really people's passion, and it's their goal, and it's their dream. Thank you for the introduction. As you said in my bio, I'm a litigation attorney, and that's what I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be an attorney. But as I went through my journey and I grew and life happened, I realized that my side hustle was reaching out and helping other women. But the truth is, when we refer to it as a side hustle, it seems like a lower, less valuable afterthought. I would encourage your listeners to look at that as your passion, your goal, your dream, the thing that you want to wake up in the morning to do.
Yeah.
And if you speak of it that way and you tell people that that's what you're doing, they will look at it in a more valuable light. They will be more impressed with it. And they will, I think, want to encourage and support you more than referring to it as, a gig or a side hustle.
Definitely. Yeah, that's really, really key. I love that, to see it as a dream or a passion or a goal. That's really a great new take on it. And I also wanted to kind of move on, because lots more women have kind of taken up a new passion or a side hustle. And I know, like, sometimes women, we can be a bit competitive against each other for all different types of reasons. So I wanted to ask you, how can women speak to other women as a teammate or a collaborator rather than see them as competition?
Oh, absolutely. I think, you and I spoke a little bit earlier, and I was telling you that I think women in nature, or most human beings, there's a thread of insecurity in us. We worry about how we look, how other people think about us, how much money we have, what our body image looks like. And inherently, I believe that insecurity breeds judgment and negativity and competition. And the buzzword, it's all toxic.
Yeah.
And one woman hearing about another woman's side hustle should trigger support and encouragement and pride. And, I got your back. So what I was saying is, we have to be on each other's team. So if you hear about a woman who is starting her side hustle of wanting to do, let's say, event planning.
Yeah.
And she says, look, I'm starting, that's my dream. I love helping people have parties to celebrate good things and happy occasions and weddings and birthdays. If you hear about somebody who is trying to get started and trying to launch and trying to get off the ground, spread that word. Don't encourage somebody to get on Google or give them the name, oh, I know this fabulous event planner. He's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Speak of the young woman. Have somebody give her a chance. Be her advocate. Be her teammate. Don't give the opportunity to somebody who really doesn't need it. And by doing that, you're giving so much strength and so much courage and so much support to somebody who really needs it.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, women, again, that insecurity breeds bad things and negativity. And right now, especially in this time of COVID, we need hope. We need support. I need somebody to have my back, not to stab my back.
Definitely. Oh, I love that. Need someone to have your back rather than stab your back.
Right. So that's what we need right now. And especially right now, there's people losing jobs. There's people who don't have money for rent. The unemployment rate in this country is through the roof. And help each other. Just have another woman's back.
Definitely. I love it. Be each other's supporter and encourager. Perfect. And just leading into like our third question, obviously you've got a huge packed schedule and lots of demands. I was wondering, do you have any kind of tips about like working life balance? What could you kind of advise our listeners, particularly at this time with so many things pulling at us?
Oh, absolutely. So, I speak about work-life balance because there was a time in my life where I didn't have that. There was work, there was life, and it was all meshed together. There was no rhyme or reason. It was all a jumble. And it was very challenging. I did drop some balls. Too many of this, something's going to fall. And you have to be careful that the right thing doesn't fall, because the consequences could be great. So one of the things that I talk about in my speaking that I do is time. As elementary and basic as that sounds, I think working women, whether you've got children or not, you really need to have a better relationship with time. And I physically mean the clock. Now it's people's cell phone, but I don't think people even wear watches anymore. Everybody's so used to their cell phone. So have a better relationship with time. If you go to work, if you work at a bank, you're a hygienist, whatever it is, if your hours are, let's say 8 to 4, 8 to 4, you are that job. You're the legal administrator, you're the hygienist, you're focused, you're effective, you're productive, and you get good results for your employer, your clients, and your own self-esteem. I see a lot of women trying to do too many things at the same time, and it just doesn't work. I mean, I know everybody wants to get on social media and who liked my post and, who's dating who now and who released the new spring line of handbags. Like all that's going to be there after hours. It takes tremendous discipline, and it's not easy. But once you start making that a habit and making that your practice to really be on your job. Right now, people are just behind a computer screen because a lot of people are working from home. Do that. Whatever your time is, 8 to 4. And then after 4 o'clock, you're done. Perfect. If you have children, focus, that becomes your new time block. You're with the kids, you're making slime, you're, doodling, you're throwing a baseball, whatever it is, because that effectiveness, that productivity, and those results equally relate to your personal life. If you are only focusing on work, it's going to catch up with you. It did with me. I got tremendously stressed out. I started having physical ailments of it, and nothing came out of it. I mean, there's nothing good to come out of not having those distinct hours. So do your job, be great, be effective, and let your clientele, your company, your coworkers know, you know what? This lady's got it going on. She's a rock star. And how does she do it? And then she goes home to 2, 3, 5, however kids, the dog, baseball, birthday parties. She looks healthy. She looks happy. She looks fulfilled. I mean, I see these women, their hair's a mess. They haven't changed in 3 or 4 days. They're not well. And I'm not saying that to be judgmental. I'm saying that because I have been that person.
Yeah.
And you want somebody to say, wow, you are really able to do all of this and do it well and be well. So when you log off at 4 o'clock, be with your kids, do things for your personal life, do your yoga, take a walk, connect with your friends. If you have kids, there's 18 million things you could do with your kids until they go to bed. And then I'm a weirdo. I have to log back in at night just to see what happened. You know, what fire do I have to put out in the morning? And that's okay, because I'm not taking away from my children. So that is what I would encourage, is set the boundaries and it's discipline. Do it for a couple of weeks, and then you will feel so much more fulfilled. I promise you, your coworker and your employer will see a difference. Children, your friends, your community will see a difference. But most importantly, at the end of the day, you will feel different. You will feel fulfilled. You will feel good about yourself, and you will feel rewarded. You know, I put out a great day at work today. I put out great work product. I gave great customer service. I gave a great performance. And then after hours, I did great bonding with my kids. We learned a new activity, or, you know, I got to spend time with friends I haven't seen in so long. I got to hit the 2 mile, whatever you're going to do. Because unless you start separating those two worlds, I don't believe, based on my personal experience, there's fulfillment and success in either world. So what's the point?
Yeah, that's so helpful. Just definitely having, like you said, a better relationship with time, and having boundaries where this is work, this is home, this is other stuff, rather than multitasking. It doesn't work. It's not good quality either to any.
Absolutely.
Love it. Definitely. It's just been so brilliant speaking to you today, Pauliana.
Oh, thank you so much.
So
That's
much.
very kind of you. And again, I'm not saying I have all the answers, Leighanne. I really wish I did, but I had to ask a lot of the questions, and life and my own experience kind of gave me the answers. And I'm just here to share. I mean, everybody's experience is different. Everybody's situation is different. You know, finances play a big part of it. There's a lot of women who are the only breadwinner. They're their only source of income. And sometimes it's just too much, you know, and I don't want your audience or any other women listening to this to feel that there's no hope, or that they're going to crack under the pressure, because sometimes it could be a very dark and hopeless place. So, you know, women have to speak positively about themselves, about each other, about their side hustle, you know, say it with confidence. I don't care if you've never done event planning, you know, but if somebody says, what do you do? Just say, oh, I'm an event planner. And deep down thinking, oh my God, I hope they hire me. I hope they hire me because I can prove to them what a great event planner I am. But if you tell somebody, you know, I work at the bank, but I'm got a side gig or a side hustle of event planning, you know, if you speak with confidence and if you breathe it, they will absorb it and they will take it in.
Definitely.
That's what I think.
I love it. Definitely. Thank you so much. It's just been so great to have you on the show today. And I've learned so much. And it's like, I want to talk for even more about some of the other stuff that you shared as well. It's just been brilliant. And I was going to wonder, how can our listeners get hold of you if they want to speak to you in more depth, or follow you online?
Sure. So I'm on Instagram at Pauliana Lara, just like my name. It's spelled very simply. I think, Leighanne, you'll post it on your site. And also paulianalara.com. It's pretty simple. You know, people ask me, what's your business name? And I am my business. Like, this is it, you know? And so I'm happy to talk to people. If people just need an email or a call just to talk some stuff through, I would welcome it. Absolutely, with open arms. I would welcome the opportunity. You know, somebody just needs a call me, just say, I'm in a bind, I'm feeling in a dark, hopeless place. Let's connect.
That is so helpful and really kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Pauliana. And it's just been so great to listen to you, to learn from you.
Thank you so much, Leighanne. And I'm happy to talk to your audience anytime you need.
Thank you so much for coming along today. Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody.